Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Glad that you can join me on today's video. Today we're going to work on the Camaro. I had to straighten the exhaust tips on it. One was a little off, so I think I got that done. I may have to weld a little bracket on those, but that's part of the thing we're going to do to the car. But the main thing we're going to do today is we're going to paint that lower diffuser a satin black. I got this from my buddy. He works in a body shop, and that's about $14 a can. He brought that to me. He also brought me some wet sandpaper. We're going to wet sand it. I got some Scotch-Brite or red scuff pad. I'm going to scuff up the thing. But first we have to take it off, get it washed, release it all of its oils and waxes and whatnot, and go from there. So I got one more thing that we're going to probably get to today, if possible, is order some new exhaust tips for the car. As you can tell, those are the factory exhaust tips that came on this car. I had them cut off the other pipes, and it don't really stand out that good in the back, so I ordered these pipes, stainless steel. As you can tell, it's, you know, got a little bit more volume to it, something that's gonna stand out and pop. So let's go ahead, get that rear diffuser off, and get ready to prep it for paint. All right, so this is a aftermarket diffuser, as you can tell. It don't have all the bolts that ran into it like the factory one did. This one only has 4 of the little screws that holds it on there. And it's the corner one there. There's one right there by the exhaust tip, and it's like that on the other side. Then it just pops out of the car here. You just come over here to this point. Oh. And just like that, that's what it comes off. As you can tell, it looks funny with it on there, almost Corvette-ish. But let's go ahead, go get this thing washed with strip wash to get all the oils and grease off of it. Then we'll go ahead and begin to paint the or prep it for paint. So let me get this washed and we'll get sanding on it. All right, so now we got the quick overview of the red scuff pad over it. So now we're going to move to the wet sandpaper. I got 1000 and 1500 grit. I thought he brought me 2000, but this will be fine. So we're going to go ahead and begin with the 1000, go over the whole deal, then go back over it with the 15. Then we'll rewash it and dry it and start painting it. All right, so starting to sand it with the 1000 on this side. I have not got to that side yet, but you want to keep it wet. So I'll just it makes sandpaper work a lot easier if you keep it wet. So but yeah, I just got this side to go and go back over it with the 1500. Then we'll rewash it, and we'll get ready to put the paint on it. So let me go ahead, finish doing this, and I'll dry it off and show you how well the 1000 grit is doing on it, and we'll go ahead and continue with the 15. I know it's getting a little dark, but as you can tell, that's the first pass with the 1000 over it. I know it's a little hard to see here at the on the tailgate, but I'm about to go over it with 1500 to finalize it, and we're going to take it inside, wipe it down with wax and grease remover or acetone, and begin to start to paint it. So let me hurry up and get this done while I still have a little bit of daylight left and get it done. Alright, so I got it all sanded down with the 1500 sandpaper now. I'm letting it dry. I gotta find something to set it on, that way I can wipe it down and be able to paint it with no problems. So let me try to find something and get that cleaned up, or not clean, but sitting on something. I'm gonna wipe it down with some acetone and go ahead and start painting it. Alright, so now I got it wiped down with some acetone, and I'm gonna let it air dry a little bit more, and I'm gonna go ahead and lay down the first coat of black satin on it. Alright, so now I got the first coat. I laid down a very light mist so it would cover a little bit. So I'm gonna let that dry for about 5 minutes. Then I'm gonna go back and hit it with another light coat. Alright, so I got the last coat of black paint on it. So I'm gonna let that set up for a little bit, let that completely dry. So what we're gonna do probably now is get the hacksaw or sawzall. I'm probably gonna get these cut off and get those installed. So let me find the metal blade, hook up the sawzall, and get this taken care of. Shout out to this company right here for supplying the exhaust tips. No, it's not a sponsorship. I did pay for these, but the company is out of Canada. I got the tips pretty damn fast, if you ask me, for 4 days coming out of Canada. You know, it's a hell of a bargain. They're a good stainless steel pieces. In the box, it did come with a lanyard that came with it. That was very unexpected, but that's pretty cool. And they got a YouTube channel and on Instagram. Go check them out. Give them a follow. Well, ran into a little bit of a problem. So you can see there's the old tips and there's the new ones. I did stick the piece back on there. Looks pretty good. Well, I didn't take in consideration those are 2.5 inch pipe. I got 2-inch pipe coming out of the back of the car. Kind of put myself in a predicament here. So I'm hoping tomorrow, I know it's gonna cost me a little bit of money, but it's the fastest way. I guess I'm gonna run to the muffler shop first thing in the morning and see if they can't get those, put like a small piece of pipe or somehow spread that pipe where it will work on there, and let them weld that up and just be done with it. I should have done this earlier while the store was open to go get some pieces to adapt to them, but I didn't do it. So now I'm gonna suffer the consequences, or just leave them off and go to the store tomorrow and get it myself and put it on. So that's what I'm gonna do. But I'll get back with you tomorrow morning on the pipes. All right, here is the next day. So now we're gonna take the car, try to see if the muffler shop's open today. If not, we're gonna run to AutoZone, pick up 2 pieces of pipe. Hopefully I'll be able to get that fixed today and go from there. So let's get the car started and get going. Alright, as you can tell here in the background, I came over here to O'Reilly's Auto Parts. I did pick up 2 adapters, as you can tell. I got a 2¼ and 2½. That should fit over the existing pipe, and it should fit into new exhaust tips. So the muffler shop was closed next door, so we're gonna go home. I'm gonna grind around the pipe where I cut it. Then I'm going to weld on the new pieces and try to get those tips on, because it looks hideous back there. So let's get back to the house and get this done. Yeah, so we got them tack weld on there. It's not the best tack welds, but it will hold onto the pipe there. I got the other one just sitting on there. It's not welded on yet, but it is sitting on there. This pipe over here, I think I'm gonna have to adjust this side. That one's up a little bit too far than the other side. So I'll loosen the X pipe up, and I'm gonna let it cool down. Then I'm gonna try to maneuver the pipe and see what I can do about maybe getting it adjusted a little bit more. So yeah, so I got this pipe over here. I twisted the pipe underneath the car on the X pipe. It did bring it down some, so now it looks pretty damn close to being even now. I do know this one, it may look like it's pushed inwards. There ain't nothing I can do about that. That's the piping itself. But yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna tack weld them on there and go from there. So let me tighten up that exhaust pipe so it don't move on me, and we'll go ahead and throw a couple tack welds on those, and we'll be done for it. All right, so I got the exhaust pipes welded on now. Well, I got them tack welded on. I don't didn't completely weld them all the way around, but I'll go ahead and flip you around here. As you can tell, you know, like I said, this one over here is still kind of pushed inwards or whatnot. I don't know the reasoning why, but ain't nothing I can do about it. But I do have them secured on there pretty good. I'll show you here. As you can see, I'm not the best welder in the world, but it does the job. It'll hold them on there, and if anything they fall off, I'll just order some new ones, hell with it, and I'll get some new pipe bent. That way they're straight when I put them back on. So, but that's going to conclude today's video. If you like what you saw, comment, like, subscribe. We got more things coming for the Camaro.